Hello, and there we have it. Season wrapped up. 10 games, thrillers, every single one of them. Drama at the top, drama at the bottom. I can't believe my eyes. I've aged about 6 years in the space of this season. But what can you do? That's university football for you. If you can't take the heat, get off the pitch. Rob, how are we doing?
Yes, very, very good. It's been a great season. It's been super tense. I'm super thankful that betting's not been allowed or it's not been brought into university football yet. Otherwise, we'd have lost a lot of money trying to predict what was going to go on. But we got there eventually. And look, I want to get straight in the tables. I'm sure you do too. But you know what? Let's get straight in the games. Let's kick things off with Birmingham versus Loughborough.
And here we go. Final game of the season, away at Birmingham. Loughborough need 3 points to stay up in this division. They need an early goal, really. Penalty appeals, long range. Keeper can't get down quick enough, picks the corner out, and there is the life vest.
Yeah, what a finish right in that bottom corner, edge of the box. Loughborough straight away showing that quality. We've kind of seen that a lot of the times. We know deep down Loughborough, if they want to turn it on, they can. And here they go again. Surely not 2 quick goals that quickly. Another maybe penalty shout. Gets round him. Oh, it's a beautiful finish. That's some great feet.
Yeah, Birmingham again there, just showing the kind of black country element that comes in with this football. Look at the fans on the sideline. They've brought big numbers out Birmingham for a pelting because they're clearly not aware. They haven't watched last season. They didn't listen to the podcast. The Loughborough boys have got the A-team out, and it really looks like, they're tearing them apart. What's the defending doing in the middle of the pitch? That's gone wide, but really should have already been 3.
Oh, and it's gone in. Is that gone straight in from the cross there? I think so. I mean, that is a poor error. I think the keeper should have his eyes on that. But then again, Loughborough already 2-0 up. Our heads probably were lost going into the second half here. And 3-0 could be game over here.
Yeah, it should be game over. You're absolutely right. And it is 3-0. And there we go. Loughborough clinch it 3-0. Absolute scenes away from home. I didn't see many Loughborough ultras there. I'm not sure what's gone on. I was expecting more limbs. I think the third goal I saw some. I don't know if they were scared of the Birmingham home fans. That'd be understandable. But they clinch it 3-0 to secure their safety. So we have to go and have a look at the table now because if they've not gone down, who has? Well, if you'd have asked me at the start of the season, I probably, again, if Denise was calling from Bet365 and she wanted to know who my money was going on, I wouldn't have got great odds for Heriot Watt. They had a rough season last season, but we both said, they had a good season. They've been pulling out results. But ultimately, you have always felt they were maybe stretching a little bit in this division. And away at Newcastle was always going to be a tough game. They were in a good position coming into it, but they did unfortunately lose that 2-1. Again, we know from last season, Newcastle at home, they've had a really bad season. I think they'd hold their hands up and say that. But never really. I think they'll have gone into that fairly confident. 2-1 though, close scoreline. I mean, let us know if you were there. Am I slagging off Heriot Watt for no reason? Who knows? But I know who I'd be picking going into that game. And 2-1 sees Newcastle survive the drop. There was a time when we thought Newcastle and Loughborough would both go, but they survive, and it's humble Heriot Watt that make the drop.
Yeah, Heriot Watt. It is sad to see him leave, but at the end of the day, look, they had the chance there, head to head with Newcastle. Who wants to stay up more? It's league winners Newcastle. Let's not forget. Come on. Like, at the end of the day, last year they were battering teams on and off the pitch, and they've just done so here. Well, maybe not battering 2-1, but still, nonetheless, when it mattered. But yeah, the big other score that we do have to look at, and it's very, very sad for Nottingham, who have been at the top of that league, who have been battling, who, in very Nottingham fashion, just fall short at the end. And Sterling do what they do best and win. We saw their 4-peat they did just not too long ago. They're back on top now, 5-1. Doing it in style, getting it on the head-to-heads, and yeah, big congrats to them with the victory.
And look, we know the politics. We know the politics of university sport. There'll be people screaming at their laptops right now, right, all 50 of them, going ballistic, saying it's just the money clubs. Sterling have just rolled out the A-team, right? They've called somebody's dad, he's chucked a boots on and he's gone. The coach has called in some favours. And you've got to say, there's some serious resources going on here. Again, Nottingham, we've spoken to those lads. We know that those boys are kind of, proper working men and they get the job done. But you think Sterling away is a tough fixture to try and bring it down to the end of the season. You'd like to think they'd have turned, again, same goes for Heriot Watt. We needed some gritty points on the board here, lads. We needed some, sharpen your studs, dig your boots in, play some long balls, get your back to goal. I don't know what's gone on, but 5-1 is it's a tough scoreline to be looking at on the final day, and it does give Sterling a lot of goal difference. But we should hold our hands up. Sterling again, bit of a Man City, but good for them, I suppose. But anyway, and again, it's a similar story over in the north. We're somewhat disappointed because we like the drama, we like the upset. Heriot Watt down and Sterling up. You could have called that. But you tried, you gave it down to the wire, and that's what we can appreciate as fans. But yeah, it's a similar story up in the north. Not quite the same because things are a bit different, and we've lost some big hitters. Speaking of which, what games have we got?
Yes, 2 games to look at from the Southern Prem here, and it was both games that are getting played. But I think we should start off with Hartpury playing Bath, one fighting for survival, one fighting for the title. Let's see what happens.
Yes, and there we have it. It really does come down to who's made of stronger stuff, who's got more swimmers in the old Santa's sack, and it's Hartpury straight down the wing, drops a lovely ball in. It's a fantastic finish on the middle of the penalty spot. Nothing the goalie can do. Again, just beats his man for pace. Defenders caught absolutely asleep. You're looking at these Bath defenders. Do these boys know what they've got to lose? I'll tell you what this lad does. Takes the free kick. Keeper parries it away, but that could have been absolutely massive.
Yeah, we've seen Bath score some really good free kicks this season, but that one was not quite that. I mean, on target nonetheless, but here we go. Hartpury's got the ball here. Lovely feet to get past his man there. Can he get ball in the box? It's a dangerous ball in. Oh, it's a cool finish as well. Straight into the middle of the goal. Keeper has no chance. And Hartpury go 2-0 up.
I'm channeling my inner Roy Keane here, but this is schoolboy stuff. I mean, if you're a Bath fan, you've stuck with him all season. And look how much he could have took a touch. He could have there's 8 shirts in the box. There's 8 purple shirts. I'm not coming for you, Bath, but you need to go home and have a look in the mirror. You'll be down in the There's Exeter fans watching this now, absolutely bouncing off the walls. It could have been, unbelievable. Could have been 3, and then that really is no way home. But yeah, full time 2-0.
Yes, 2-0 there, Hartpury to Bath. And look, we want to jump on the table because I think some clever people in the crowd might be able to work out what that means for the league table. But before we do, we'll jump into the next game, which was East London versus Cardiff Met.
If things had gone the other way and Bath had maybe had a bit more of a spine, they could have been playing for top of the league here. East London at home, we've seen better form from them, but Cardiff Met the Archers love an upset. It's a fantastic goal. Oh my God, what academy is he from? That's ridiculous to cut inside there. Fantastic finish to find the near post. Fair play and big celebrations as well. Respect.
Yeah, outrageous goal there, to be fair. We've seen them score some pretty nice goals. East London have done really well in this league, to be fair, coming up from the league below. But we know the Archers are strong. And here we go, edge of the box. Oh my God. What you can do, they can do better, apparently, because that is an absolute ping into the side net.
Yeah, and they just know the game. Just a big hoof back from the defender there. Look at this again. Long ball, over the top. Oh no, we're going the other way now. Yes, back from the goalie. This is what we need. Stick it to the big lad up front, cause an upset, lob the goalie. Thanks for coming, East London. Yeah, your homework's due because you've just been taken to school. Cardiff Met going absolutely ballistic. This poor lad thinks he's won the league. Nobody's told him the score in Bath. He literally knew. He said to the Bath lads, look, anything and we'll do this. But yeah, you've got a feel for him. But it's a great finish and they're on for more.
Oh no. Oh, that's a shame. The East London goalie, he's lost his head. Went 2 down, but one thing we do know about Cardiff Met, they take their chances. We saw with that beautiful finish a minute ago, the one on the edge of the box, they're clinical. You can't make mistakes against them because before you know it, the ball's in the back of the net. Lovely little ball into the middle here. And could this be the 4th? I think that's the 4th. 4-1 to wrap it up.
Yeah, some calls for match fixing for the 3rd there, but again, just Cardiff Met showing how direct a team should be in this league.
Yes, there we have it. The last game of the season. There we go, 4-1 Cardiff Met against East London. So let's get up the table now and let's see what that means. And as probably everyone already knows, Hartpury take the championship, take the title. Probably deserve, to be honest. They've been dominating throughout the whole season. They've been battering teams, scoring screamers from the halfway line or 40 yards out. And they've got their reward for it. So they're going to be a really serious threat in the cup to come. And I'm sure Sterling, Nottingham, those lads are shaking looking at them right now.
Yeah, true. I mean, we've got them, it's both top of the league, 11 positive goal difference for the two of them. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it, at the end of the day? Like you say, you'd be going into the cup no matter what. It is the Archers finishing second. I think you still back yourself to have a really good season, and they've scored some great goals as well. But ultimately, yeah, the goal machine that is Hobby did look like it took a bit of stopping. But yeah, and then down at the bottom of the table, which depends where you're from in the country, Bath see it out again. We've been harsh on the Bath lads here, and maybe we want to retract that because we are sad to see you go. You are stalwarts of this division and proper club. But and we'll miss the derbies. Do you know what I mean? As well, that always gave us a bit of joy. But at the same time, like you say, East London come into the division and they never looked like budging, did they? Got some good results. So yeah, all credit to them. And we shall see who comes up next season. Will you? I don't know. Press the button and you'll soon find out. So yeah, that's everything we've got for you this season. Rob, anything else for?
Yeah, no, not much to add. I mean, it's been a fantastic season. It's sad to see some of these teams drop. Bath and Herrick Watt, both proper veterans of the league and true legends that will be remembered. And I'm sure they'll be back. But yeah, we've got the goal of the season still to come. I think it's Herrick Watt versus Birmingham in that one. So get voting on that. Two very different goals, but very good goals nonetheless. But yeah, I think that's everything. I mean, thanks for tuning in. Best of luck for everyone in the cup, and I'm sure we'll catch you soon.